Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another Let's Look At with Zebu Nation. There's 2 in a row now. Look out, it's a world record. But I think 2018 is going to be a good year for games, especially indie games. There's a bunch of games that I am looking forward to in the coming year. So we're going to have, I think, several more of these Let's Look At type stuff. And even going to go back a little bit to some stuff that came out at the end of last year. But what we have here is Slay the Spire, which is an interesting title. I don't know how they came up with it, but it's a little bit of a poetic name. But anyway, it is in early access, as you can see here. And it says Slay the Spire is still in active development. Many features, cards, and enemies are still undergoing changes. If you run into issues or have any feedback, please let us know at our Steam discussion page. That's enough reading. You have a spire to climb. So there's the spire there in the background. That's what you're trying to slay, apparently. Nice, interesting font they've got. And, yeah, I have not played this game yet. I've only watched some videos. It looks pretty good. It looks right up my alley. And we're going to start to play. So what this is this is a roguelike game, meaning you go on runs. You start the game as a character, and then you go as far as you can in the game, and then once you die, you have to start all the way back at the beginning. But hopefully you unlock some things, and you improve your character incrementally as you play again and again and again. And eventually you'll get good enough at the game that you can go deep enough in the game and maybe even win the game and then, unlock even more things. So that's how it is. And what it is, right now there's 3 characters. We've only got 1 unlocked. We're going to play this dude, the Ironclad. He's got 80 hit points and 99 gold. The remaining soldier of the Ironclads sold his soul to harness demonic energies. So he gets burning blood. At the end of combat, heal 6 hit points. He's got 6 unlocks remaining. Alright, so let's embark. So what this is kind of a turn-based game, a little bit reminiscent of Darkest Dungeon, except you only have 1 character. You don't have a whole party. But here's the spire you're trying to climb, and there are different paths for each spire. These little goblin faces here, that means there's combat. Anytime you see a question mark, that means there's some sort of random encounter. It's not usually a combat encounter. It's usually just sort of a choose your own adventure kind of thing, where you'll meet somebody and they'll ask you a question or have some decision that you have to make, and it'll earn you either a reward or a curse or something like that. And then you have these little money bags here that are a shop of some kind. So I think we'll take this path here. It looks the most interesting. There's a lot of things going on. Oh, then you've got campfires, which is a place you can rest. Has treasure chests here that give you, of course, treasure. So the spire is very, very long and winding path. But I want to try out some of this interesting stuff. I'm looking to see if there's any other shops. So there's 2 and then a shop, 2 and then a shop, and then a question mark. Maybe the spire on the right seems like the best one. Yeah, I think that one actually does seem like the best. So we're going to choose this little guy on the right. So here we go. Here's how you play. Defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards require energy to play. Once you're out, your turn is over. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn and your energy is replenished. So like I was saying, it's kind of a turn-based game like Darkest Dungeon, except you only have 1 player, and instead of having a set group of abilities, you have a hand of cards. And this is how you improve your character and how you build up your characters. You get new cards, you improve the cards you've already got, and you build a game. You build a hand, I mean. So it's basically a deck-building, turn-based, roguelike game. So it's got a lot of buzzwords in there, but they all, from what I've seen, they fit together pretty nicely. So here we are. We're on the first floor. Play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to attack you. Block reduces the incoming attack damage, but wears off at the start of your next turn. During your turn, you can observe an enemy's intent above them. Right there, that little sword. If the enemy is intent on attacking you, be sure to gain some block. So right here, this little guy is going to attack for 10. That's what that means right there, 10 points. So you would have to, if you wanted to stop that attack, you would have to either kill this guy before he attacks or have at least 10 block to stop him. So that's how it works. All right. So here we go. We got our first battle here against a cultist. They got 49 hit points. That's a lot of hit points. So right now, this enemy intends to use a buff. So that means we can attack him. So we got 3 energy right here on the left. We got 5 cards in our draw pile. I don't think there's a time limit, so we can kind of goof around as much as we want. Look up here. There's our hit points. There's our money. We've got slots for potions, which we don't have any potions right now. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to bash, which will make him vulnerable. There we go. Got this little arrow. Bash him. Now that used 2 of our energy, so we only got 1 energy left. So we're going to strike him, do another 9 points of damage. So there we go. And then we'll end turn. So he's going to buff an incantation. He did a little ritual on himself. Now he's going to attack us for 6. So since we gain health at the end of the turn, it's okay if he attacks us, but we're going to block for 5. And then we're going to, I guess, strike. And then, oh, not enough energy. Okay, so we'll end the turn. So they're going to do 1 point of damage. Cha-cha. Lost 1 health. He's no longer vulnerable. Tip, no more cards. If there are no cards to draw, your discard pile is shuffled into the draw pile. Got it. So there we go. See, we don't have a very big deck of cards right now. It's a very simple deck. Not much going on. But, see, we need to kill this guy. So 6, 12, 18. If we just strike him 3 times, he's dead. 6, 12, and then 18. So there we go. Finished him off. We had 1 point of damage, but that got healed at the end due to our burning blood. Alright, so by defeating him, we get 10 gold, and we get to add a card to our deck. This is how we improve our player. Now what we have to do is we have to think about the deck we're building, because we don't want to just have our deck full of any old card, because that'll cause bloating. If you're familiar with any kind of deck game, Magic the Gathering, Netrunner, even Hearthstone, anything like that, you don't want to have a deck that's just full of garbage that you can't use, because it'll end up being more of a detriment to you than a help. So you got to pick your cards sort of wisely. So we got a couple of different cards here. These are each 1 energy card, so they each take 1 energy. Twin Strike will deal 5 damage twice, so it's 10 damage. But, you know, the fact that it attacks twice could come into play later if you have some other cards or special abilities that make it so, like, for example, say you get an ability that says add 1 poison for every time you attack. This would eventually give you 2 attacks and let you double your amount of poison, something like that. Then we've got Armaments, which is a skill card. Gain 5 block. And then upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of combat. Interesting. So you can gain 5 block and then improve one of your other cards, which will add, you know, more damage or more block or whatever it is. Or Headbutt. Deal 9 damage. Place a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. I don't think... I mean, that's an interesting card, because it lets you pull out a card from your discard pile. It does a lot of damage. It's not as much as Twin Strike, which is 10 damage. Right now our deck isn't very big, but Headbutt is pretty good. I think just for the future, we'll add Headbutt and then proceed. It's not a card we need necessarily right now, but next time. Okay, so here's a thief. I've heard these guys steal gold from you, so he's going to attack for 10. So we will block, and attack. Enter. Now I Give me your gold. So there we go. He just took a bunch of gold from us. We don't like that. Okay, so there's headbutt. Bash. Alright, so I think we'll do bash. Make him vulnerable. And then headbutt. I mean, we got to kill this guy or he's going to run away with our gold. And then, let's put bash back on the top of our draw pile. So there we go. End turn. So he's going to do 10 damage. But, you know, we're more concerned about killing this guy so that he doesn't take all of our gold. He's going to do 12 damage now. Bash, and then I think because he's vulnerable, I think this will kill him. There it is. It did 9. So he was vulnerable for 3 points, so that added an extra 3 points of damage onto our attack. So there we go. So we got back the 30 gold he stole from us. We got another 15 gold. We got a fire potion, so we could use that as an extra attack. Potions. Drink or throw potions during combat. Potions stay with you between rooms. Got it. And then we can add another card. True Grit. Add 7 block. Exhaust a random card in your hand. So exhaust is something we haven't looked at yet. It's another of these various mechanics you kind of got to get used to. If you're used to a deck building game, you'll probably be used to this mechanic. But exhaust means instead of putting the card into your discard pile, you just remove it from your hand altogether until the end of combat. So basically, this is a one-use card per combat, which makes it a little less exciting than some of the other cards. Let's see what we got here. Battle Trance. Draw 3 cards. You cannot draw any additional cards this turn, but it doesn't cost any mana or energy. They probably can't call it mana because you know, World of Warcraft or even Magic the Gathering, I think, might have that term copyrighted in some way. Anyway, Clothesline. 2 points, deal 12 damage and apply 2 weakness. Weakened characters deal 25% less damage. So that's a way to be offensive and defensive at the same time, where you can say, I'll attack them for a lot of damage, and then they'll also be weakened and be able to attack me less. So the drawing 3 cards for 0 is a pretty good card, but maybe not right now in this deck. Because if we draw 8 cards in a turn, that'll be like almost our whole deck, and then we'll have to reshuffle everything again. Maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. Clothesline is 12 damage. That's a lot of damage. 2 energy, though, is also a lot of energy. So it's a matter of, do you want to maximize damage or minimize the use of energy? I don't think we'll do the block, the True Grit one. It's just a choice between these two. I think I'll go with Clothesline. I'll be a little bit blunt here and just try to do as much damage as possible. Alright, so now we got a store coming up. Maybe we can add a little bit of flexibility to our deck using this store. So here we go. Let's click on the merchant, see what he's got. Alright, he's got another Twin Strike. Gain 1 vulnerable, deal 9 damage for 0 points. It's on sale for 36 gold. So that's kind of a curse. Reckless Charge. If you gain 1 vulnerability, that means your enemy will attack you for more. Let's see. Flame Barrier. Gain 12 block whenever you are attacked this turn. Deal 4 damage. That's pretty good. It costs 2, but that's pretty good. Whenever you lose HP from a card, gain 1 strength. That's pretty good. So if you know you're going to get attacked and going to get hit. How much gold do we have here? We got 124 gold. Okay, come on. So we can't buy both of these cards. That'll be just over. Let's see, what else do we got here? We got a card removal service. So if you got cards in your hand that you don't want, I was talking about that deck bloat. If your deck is too bloated and it's all full of cards you can't use, then you can use card removal service and get rid of some of those cards, but it'll cost you money to do it. So let's see, what else do we got? We got a potion, dexterity, explosive, regeneration, self-forming clay. Huh. So these are... What are these, like trinkets or something? Whenever an enemy dies, gain... Oh, wow. These are really good, but they're really expensive and I can't afford them. Let's see. Whenever you apply a debuff to an enemy, they take 3 damage. Again, it's too expensive for us, but it's pretty good. Panacea. Lose all frail, vulnerable, and weak. That's pretty good for 0. Or we could buy Flame Barrier and another Twin Strike. Or Flame Barrier and Exhaust. Draw 2 cards. Okay, this guy's getting upset with us. You know what? I really like the idea of Flame Barrier, and we're gonna do War Cry as well, just to give us another draw card, because we skipped over a draw card last time. Now we'll get a draw card this time. Maybe that makes no sense, but anyway, let's go. Let's leave. These are the quick choices you have to make. Now, if I wasn't recording a video, I could sit there and sort of ponder what all of these might mean. So here's a question mark. This might be another chance for us to get another card or maybe a trinket or something. Here we go. The Living Wall. As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, a wall slams down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the wall and speak. The first voice says, "Forget what you know and I'll let you go." The second voice says, "I require change to see a new space." And the third one says, "If you want to pass me, then you must grow." So to forget, you remove a card from your deck. To change, you transform a card in your deck. Or if you want to pass me, you must grow, upgrade a card in your deck. I mean, all those things seem okay. I don't think there are any cards we want to remove right now. Transforming, I don't know what that will do. That'll just like probably just swap out one of our cards with something random. I think we'll just upgrade a card. So what are we going to upgrade? Vulnerable creatures take 50% more damage from attacks. Okay, let's see. Does it tell us what it'll do to us? Yeah, so Bash will deal 10 damage and 3 vulnerability. I mean, we've been using this card a lot. Headbutt, 12 damage. Clothesline, 14 damage and 3 weakness. I like that. Let's confirm that. Let's make that card even more powerful. It's probably our most powerful card. Satisfied, the walls in front of you merge back into the ceiling, leaving a path forward. So, I mean, those walls seemed ominous at first, but they were actually pretty cool. So we got one more fight, and then up here next we got an elite. You can see he's an enemy with these little horns here on the side. That means he's an elite enemy, so he's going to have more hit points, more abilities. You know, he's a guy who probably could kill us. So let's see how far we can get. Here we are. We've still got 76 hit points. That's pretty good. Alright, so this guy's going to attack us for 7. And I don't know what these little squiggly marks are here. If he's like strategic. This enemy intends to inflict a negative effect on you and attack for 7 damage. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to Flame Barrier this guy. That will... let me see. Yeah, and then we can headbutt him as well. So we'll Flame Barrier, give us 12 block, and it will deal 4 damage to him. There we go. So we don't have to worry about that. And then we can headbutt him. 9 damage. And... I thought that had another effect to it. Anyway, end turn. So he's gonna take damage, and we're gonna, well, we got weakened a little bit, but that's all right. So that put Flame Barrier back up on the top. He's gonna attack for 7 again. Okay, this is no good. We got too many 2-point cards in here. So we could bash, defend. See, we can't really attack and defend very well. We could clothesline. Okay, so if we apply 3 weakness to him, his damage will go down by 3. And then we can defend and block it. So there we go. He's not going to do any damage to us. He's going to weaken us again. Well, we got 5 block. It's blocked. And we're weakened again. But he's weakened even more than us. Alright, so now we're in business here. Look at this. Our damage is now down to 4 because we're so weak. He's going to attack for 9. So we will block that. And then attack and attack. Alright, so we're just going to keep getting weaker and weaker. I mean, we're going to beat this guy. But... Alright, weakness wore off. Alright, so he didn't have the weakness ability. So now he's just doing 9 points of damage. Let's see, can we kill him? 6, 12, 18. Yeah, so let's just kill him. 6, 12, and 18. See you later, buddy. So we healed 6 damage. We're back up to 78 hit points. No problem. So we got 3 gold, a potion of swiftness. Draw 3 cards. That's pretty cool. Fire potion, we could just deal 20 damage. You gotta remember we've got that in the back pocket. Alright, so add a card to your deck. Sword boomerang, deal 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. Interesting. Shrug it off, gain 8 block, draw a card, or anger. Okay, this is pretty good. Deal 4 damage and place a copy of this card in your discard pile. But you can see it's only costs 0 energy, and we need some more low cost attacks. Right now we got a lot of attack cards that have high cost. I kind of like boomerang. That's interesting, but it attacks a random enemy, so I don't know about that. There are going to be times when we face multiple enemies, and I think I'd rather be able to choose who to attack. So we're going to choose anger and proceed. So it's a 0 card. It's a 0 energy card that only does 4 damage, but it'll keep adding to your deck. And so you'll keep having those 0 attacks, which are good as long as you don't need to block. And then that could cause some bloat to your deck, but sort of a risk-reward situation. Alright, so here we are going into the boss. We got those potions that we could use. And okay, here we go. 3 artifacts. 2 are going to attack for 8. And 1 is going to inflict a negative effect. Alright, so we don't have enough blocks to stop these guys. They don't have a lot of hit points, though. It's 12, 18. If we did 18 points to one of these guys, then we could kill him off next turn. We'd take 16 points of damage. But I think I just want to kill them as quick as possible. We got a lot of hit points. Oh, I was hoping he was down to 20, then we could finish him off. But so next turn we can finish this guy off. Maybe we can just throw... Can we throw a potion at him right now? Yeah, we can throw a potion at him right now. Finish him off. Dead. Get out of here. So we're going to take some damage, but we got a lot of hit points left. Ouch, we got laser beamed. We got laser beamed again. That's okay. This is why we have all these dang old hit points. Alright, clothesline. Let's deal 14 damage and weaken that guy. We got 1 energy left. We'll anger. Did 4 damage. And War Cry. Draw 2 cards. Place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. No, I think we'll defend and stop a little bit of that damage. So there we go. We're going to take 3 points of damage. And we're going to get weakened. No. We've added 2 wound cards to our deck. So that's no good. Alright, so again, 8 points and that. So, headbutt. Okay, flame barrier. I love the flame barrier. We can flame barrier. And then we can headbutt. And then, which card do we want to put on top of our deck? I think I want to put Flame Barrier back up on top of the deck. So we got more wound cards, I think. Yep. So these are unplayable cards. And then we blocked all the damage, and he took some damage. So there we go. Flame Barrier back on top. Alright, now both of these guys are going to attack us. So they do 16 points. So we block. Gives us 12. And then defend will give us 17. So there's a wound card. We can't play that. We can War Cry. No. Tip. Energy cost. Cards require energy to play. Oh, yeah. So we're all out of energy. Alright. So that's fine. So they're going to take damage. He attacks. Blocks, take 4 damage. He attacks. Block, take 4 damage. Get out of here, sucker. So we can kill this guy next turn. He's only got 5 hit points. 4's not going to do it. 6 will do it. We'll strike him. Get out of here. You did. Anger, wound, strike. What do we got here? We got Swift Potion. Let's use that. Draw 3 cards. Alright, so that didn't quite work out. Oh, he's... I thought he was attacking, but he's not. He's going to inflict a negative effect on us. So we will headbutt him to get a card back. And... you know, gotta love the old Flame Barrier. Then we'll use Anger. Do some free damage. Then strike. There we go. So we got him down to 10 hit points. And we should be pretty good here. Let's go. This is going pretty well. First time I've played it. I've only ever watched it being played. So I guess I gained a lot of knowledge just watching it. So we can kill him. He's only got 10 hit points left. So there's 8. And then this should be another 8 because he's vulnerable. Nope, only did 6 for whatever reason. I don't know. There we go. We got some hit points back. Got 30 gold. We got Orichalcum. At the end of your... if you end your turn without any block, gain 6 block. That's cool. Free block. Got it. It's a relic. Tip. Relics are found throughout the Spire. They grant unique bonuses and remain throughout your run. Oh, okay. They can be found by defeating powerful foes or within chests. Got it. We got a regen potion. Heals 3 hit point at the end of each turn for 5 turns. Got it. And then we can add a card. Tip. Power cards. This card applies a power to you when used. Powers are passive abilities that remain for the duration of combat. Got it. So, I mean, we probably want to do that, right? Let's see. What do we got here? We got another headbutt card. Berserk is the power card. If your hit point... if your HP is... I mean, HP stands for hit points, so it should be if your hit points are. Anyway, that probably fits better on a card. Anyway, if your HP is at... or below 50%, gain energy at the start of each turn. 1 energy, I guess that is. Combust. At the end of your turn, lose 1 hit point and deal 4 damage to all enemies. I don't like that. I guess I like Berserk. That's pretty good. Because if you play that, like it said, it will stay with you until the end of combat. So if you play that early on, you'll get an extra... Of course, you know, it relies on your hit points being low. But I think if your hit points are low, you might need a little boost. So let's add that to the deck. And so now we have a campfire. Let's go there and see what's up with the campfire. So we can rest, heal for 30% of your max hit points, which will be 24 hit points. So that will get us up to 89, which is pretty good. Or Smith, you can upgrade a card in your deck. We still got a long way to go on this Spire. So let's get back up. Let's bring our hit points back up to maximum and proceed. So there we go. We got another... I mean, look at how long this Spire is. This is a long way to go. So we got another monster, then a chest, and then we got a decision on which ways to go. Alright, so let's fight this monster, see what's up. Okay, 2 monsters. Got a little squidgymon here. What is this guy? A jaw worm. Gross little dude. And then we got a louse. Ew. It's a giant louse. Gross. Alright, so this enemy intends to attack. He's curled up. On taking attack damage, he rolls up and gains 3 block. Alright, so he's got 3 block going on. This guy's going to attack for 11, so these guys are going to get aggressive on us. There's our new card, Berserk. We don't need that at the moment, but we're going to need to do a lot of defending here. Draw 2 cards. I wish we had our Flame Guard here at the moment. We're going to defend. And then I guess strike. Just try to get rid of this wormy dude. End our turn. Alright, so here's this guy. He's going to bite us for 1, and then he's going to bite us for 7. Ouch. So that's what we wanted. We wanted Flame Guard. Alright, he's only got 7 attack right now. Clothesline. 14 damage. Strike. Alright, so I think kill this guy. Step 1. Anger this guy. Do a little bit of damage. So we got 2 left. Do we want a Flame Barrier, which will, negate any damage he does to us and cause him a little bit of damage? I think that's the way to go. Get Flame Barriered Sun. Alright. He's going to do no damage to us, and he's going to take 4 damage. So he's got 35 hit points left. Let's... he's going to attack us for 11. Yikes. So we could bash and then headbutt, which will do a lot of damage. Or we could... I think headbutt, strike, and defend might be okay. So we'll defend. See, because I don't want to do bash, even though it does 8 points of damage and applies 2 vulnerability, because we're not going to follow that up with an attack because it takes 2 points. So if we headbutt, we can place a card from our discard pile, which, Flame Barrier, and then we can strike. Since we don't have a lot of defense cards, I like to bring those Flame Barriers back and just give us more defense. And it's defense that is also, doubles as offense. There he just did 6 points of damage to us. No good. So we got Flame Barrier back. He's only going to do 7 points of damage. So we could Flame Barrier, strike, and then anger. Maybe there was a better combination there, but I'm just a simple guy doing simple stuff. So he's going to hit us for 7, which is not going to get through our Flame Barrier. And then he's going to take 4. So he's imminently killable this turn. No problem. We can... just bash him for 8. And then strike him. And he dead. There we go. We got 18 gold. And we add a card to our deck. Inflame. Gain 2 strength. Seeing red, gain 2. So you spend 1 energy to gain 2 energy. Or shrug it off. Gain 8 block and draw a card. Oof. These are all pretty good. I like all of them. This one, we do need more defense cards. We got a lot of attack cards. Gain 2 strength is a power card. So that will stay with us for the entire combat. If we add 2 strength, that will make all of our attacks better. So all 3 of these cards are really good. This one, if you need an extra energy, we got a lot of 2 energy cards. So it would be nice to have 4 energy, but that's a skill so that it only takes place over 1 turn. So I think strength, I think the Inflame is better than Seeing Red. And the question is Shrug It Off better than Inflame? because we would gain 8 block, which would be our second highest block next to our flame barrier. But then it would also allow us to draw a card, so that's getting 2 for the price of 1. Decisions. We're eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by so if you let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll go with him. Yeah, we'll go with inflame. Okay. And we get a treasure chest right away, so this could give us another cool power. Hopefully. I don't know. This kind of looks like combat. This could be like a fake chest, a mimic or something. Nope. We get 23 gold and an ancient tea set. Whenever you get to a rest site, start the next combat with 2 energy. Okay. That's cool. So now do we want to go continue up this path, which is combat, question, combat, rest, and then big boss man at the top? Or a little bit of a longer path, question, combat, and then, you know, we could go this way and get to another shop. We could go this way and get to 2 fires and rest. You know, I think I want to see what this question mark is all about. It's another shop. All right. So here we go. We've got 93 gold. Masks are cool. I would know. So bloodletting. Gain 1 energy, lose 3 hit points. No thanks. Spend all energy, deals 5 damage to all enemies X times. So if we use this off our first turn, this will hit 5. This will deal 5 damage to all enemies 3 times. It's pretty good. 15 damage to all enemies is pretty good, but it'll use up all your energy. I don't know about that. You can play corruption. Skills cost 0 whenever you play a skill. That's a power, so that would last the whole combat. So we could use all of our skills for 0. That's pretty good. Headbutt is on sale for only 23. Deal 9 damage. I do love the headbutt card. It's only 1. Are you a dog person or a cat person? I mean, 23 bucks for that. That would bring us down to 70 gold, and we could still buy either armaments or corruption. Kind of like armaments, we would gain 5 block and we would upgrade a card in our hand for only 1 point. Yeah, I think we'll take headbutt since it's on sale, and armament to give us another block card since we never quite have enough blocking cards. So there we go. Proceed. Right now we're really banking heavily on flame barrier. It's been our #1 card. All right, we got. Oh, I could use that little X card. All right, so there's our headbutt. We got some strikes. All right, so we got 2 damage, 2 attackers, and 1 guy who's going to buff himself. Let's see. On taking damage, rolls up and gains 6 block. Wow. Gains 4 block, 4 block. We could maybe kill this guy, stop him from buffing himself. Because we can't block all this damage. So we could do 1 block. I don't think we want to use headbutt just yet, because we don't have anything in our discard pile worth putting at the top of the deck. So let's... will this kill him? Strike? No. 2 damage left. Alright. So we can kill him next turn. Gotta do a lot of focusing on killing these guys, because otherwise they're going to whittle us down. We've already got 64 points. He did +2 strength on himself, so he's going to attack us for 9 next turn. Oh, they're going to attack us all over the place. All right. So we got armament. Gain 5 block and upgrade a card. Choose a card to upgrade. We need more blocking, so we're going to confirm that. And then we're going to use that card. Then we're going to headbutt this guy and get him out of here. And then we're going to put this defend card back on top of our pile. So there we go. So we upgraded it, and now we get it right back. I hope that's a smart play. It seemed like a smart play. Block and block. So we didn't lose any health there, and we killed one of their dudes. All right. Oh, so they're not attacking this turn. You suckers. All right. So we can clothesline somebody. Who are we going to clothesline here? This guy's got the most blocking, but he's got the least hit points. This guy, yeah, we'll go after this guy next. 14. So he's dead. Then I guess we'll strike him. We'll anger him. And that's it. End turn. So there we go. We ended the turn without any blocks, so we got 6 block. I forgot about that trinket. There's so many things you have to worry about here. Okay, he's only got 7 hit points left. Yeah, let's use our flame card. We haven't used it yet, so that'll gain us +2 strength. So these basic strikes now do 8 damage, and he did. There we go. Rolling on. 20 gold, another fire potion, and another card. Cleave. Deal 7 damage to all enemies. That's what I'm talking about. We could have used that this time around. All right. Proceed. So now, do we want to go to a fire or a question mark? So we could go this way and get 2 question marks. I don't think we want to go to the shop because we were just at a shop and we've only got 38 bucks, and that's not much money. I mean, we could maybe buy 1 cheap card, but I think we can get better stuff from these question marks. Oh, but that's a legendary boss, or an elite boss. That'll be more difficult, but we got 70 of our 80 hit points. So we should reach there with at least that much hit points. So yeah, let's go for the question marks. I kind of like these question marks. Let's see what they're all about. Oh, we got a treasure chest. 51 gold and a toxic egg. Upon pickup, choose and upgrade a skill. Upgrade cards makes them more powerful. Can only be upgraded once. All right. So, armaments. Flame barrier. Gain 16 block and deal 6 damage. You know we're going for that. Flame barrier is our jam. That's like as good as an attack, really. So we'll go for this question mark. Getting some free stuff now. You come upon a dapper-looking, cheery gremlin. It's time to spin the wheel. Are you ready? Of course you are. Never play with gremlins, but all right. So we got money, treasure, health, card, lose a card, and blood. All right. Spin the wheel, Raggedy Man. And we got treasure chest. Ah, a gift. Enjoy. You gain a relic. What did we gain? Centennial Puzzle. The first time you lose hit points each combat, draw 3 cards. Neato. Now we've got this elite enemy. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got Mr. Metallicize. He looks weird. Is he like a shellfish or something? Anyway, sleeping. This enemy is asleep. Gains 8 block until the end of its turn. Alright. So basically, we get to attack this guy for free. Basically, we can inflame to gain 2 strength. And then, I guess, clothesline. Apply 16 damage and 3 weakness. So there we go. We woke him up with that. He's stunned and weakened. Stunned, weakened, aggressive. He's going to attack for 13 damage. Let's see. War Cry. Draw 2 cards. Place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. Because really, like, I don't want to get hit by this dude. So let's try War Cry. There we go. We got an anger. Whoops. No. No. Okay, anger. No. What am I doing? Because we can play anger for 0 points. So, confirm. We'll put a strike at the end. So, fine. Get out of here. All right. Block for 5. Block for 5. And then anger for 0. He's weakened, so he takes damage. That's good. And then we can't do anything else. So we'll end the turn. 13 damage. He's going to do 3 points to us. That's not too bad. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There's our big boy. Flame Barrier gains 16 block. Place a card from... Oh, yeah. And Headbutt. And Flame Barrier back up on top. So there we go. We can start that Flame Barrier synergy now. So he's going to get blocked and Flame Barriered. He tries 13 damage. Nope. Takes 6 in return. Weakness has worn off. So now he's going to do even more damage. But we've still got Flame Barrier. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. He's doing something. He's being strategic. He's going to inflict a negative effect on us. So all we can do is Headbutt for 11. And that's it. I thought Headbutt brought a card back, but anyway. So I messed up that turn. Definitely messed up that turn. Our strength has gone down. And what is this? Dexterity. Decreased block gain by 1. He's going to do 18 points of damage. Let's see. Wait. Get out of here. 4 block, 15 block. So we can play Armaments and Flame Barrier and take no damage. We could upgrade Flame Barrier again, or upgrade Cleave maybe? I mean, it deals 8 to all enemies, but there's only 1 enemy, but it's still 8 points of damage. Or we could just play Flame Barrier and Defend, which would be 19 block. Flame Barrier and Defend. Alright, end turn. We're being very, very defensive against this guy, but I just don't want him whittling down all of our hit points. You know, because we're going to be facing a big boss pretty soon. Alright, so now he's going to attack for 18 again. Bash. Make him vulnerable. Anger. Deal 5 damage. We got him down to half health. And then, I mean, we're going to, if we do nothing, we'll gain 6 block from this guy. So I guess we'll strike him for 10 because he's vulnerable. Might as well hit him while we can. He's down to 36. He's almost killable. We still have the flame potion. He's going to hit us for 18 big points of damage, minus 6 our defense. But he is killable now, I do believe. 20, 30, yeah, alright, so throw. Did 20. Got 16 left. There's 10. And flame barrier. And we'll kill him with anger. Take that, sucker. You dead. So, alright, so we got some of our hit points left. We got 29 gold. Dreamcatcher. Whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck. That's nuts. Definitely take that. Let's add a card to our deck now. Bludgeon. 3 points, deal 32 damage. I love that. There's that whirlwind again. Spend all mana, deal 5 damage to all enemies. Shrug it off. 8 block, draw a card. I mean, I love these hammer strikes that just do a lot of damage, so I'm picking that. Maybe we're dealing our deck too much towards that. But anyway, so now we get to rest before the big boss. And we will rest, so we'll add another card to the deck. Dual wield. Create a copy of an attack or power card. Love that. Draw 3 cards. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand and gain 5 block for each. Second win, that's interesting. Exhaust all non-attack cards. Huh. For 1 point. So that's interesting. So you could add, you know, like 15 or 20 block for 1. Huh, that's interesting. Create a copy of an attack or power card in your hand. Or draw 3 cards for 0. I'm going to choose Second Wind. That's just an interesting card. I like the idea of that. Getting extra stuff for just 1 point. Alright, so here we are. 15th floor. Let's go. So we got this dude. He is the Guardian. He is in defensive mode. This enemy intends to block. And mode shift. After taking 30 damage, changes to a defensive mode. Okay. But he's already in defense. So, we don't have a lot of attack going on right now. So I'm going to use Warcry to draw 2 cards. And this is not a good hand to start with because he's just defending. Upgrade a card. Ugh. This is a bad hand. Confirm a card to put on the top of your draw pile. Oh. Let's put Second Wind on top of the draw pile. Then let's use Headbutt. Use Anger. And we still have 3 energy? I mean, might as well upgrade a card while we can. And then, I mean, that's just a wasted turn. That's terrible. Upsetting for sure right there. Destroy, destroy, destroy. Alright, so now he's going to attack us for 32. And we can't use Second Wind because we have no... Alright, so our hands were backwards. That's no good. So we want to clothesline him to make him weak. We're going to get 6 block at the end of our turn, but we're going to get smashed for a lot of damage here. But he's weakened. The damage is down to 24, and now we'll strike him. Just to do whatever we can do. So those 2 hands were so backwards, man. If we had them the other way, that would have been great. 18 damage. Ouch. Alright. Now he is being strategic. He intends to inflict a negative effect on us. So what do we got here? We got Headbutt. We got Berserk. Alright, so I think we want to Inflame. Gain 2 strength. That's good. And then headbutt, deal 11 damage, and what card do we want back? I guess clothesline is pretty good, so we'll get clothesline back. He shifted modes to a defensive mode. He now has 20 block going on, so that's no good. So we're gonna use Berserk just in case now. I mean, we got an extra point. We can't damage him with 20 defense, so. Defending Sharp Hide. Whenever you play an attack, take 3 damage. He's weakened, so his attack do 25%. So he's got 6 damage. Oh, look at that. We got our bludgeon. We're going to use that. We're going to take a little damage, but at the end of our turn, we're going to get 6 block, and that's going to block out his 6. So take that. Boom! 34 damage. We took a little bit. That's okay. We're going to get our 6 block at the end of the turn, and then that's going to block his attack. So there we go. No problemo. Weakened has worn off. He's now going to attack us twice for 8 damage each. Alright. So we got gain 5 block. No, again. Alright, so headbutt. We're bringing back bludgeon. That worked so well. We got a lot of damage we need to do to this guy. And we're gonna get 6 block, and then when he knocks us down below 40, we're going to we're gonna get the toxic egg, right? Or what is it? We got something that gives us something for something. Anyway, strike. It's kind of late at night, and I'm kind of tired. But let's go. Let's go. There we go. He's taking a lot of damage, but not enough. So after this turn, I think we're going to have to use our regeneration potion, maybe. Twin Slam. So we're now down to 40 HP, so we get an extra energy. He's gonna attack us 5 times. He's gonna attack us 4 times for 5 damage each. 10, 15. So we could block, 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 or we could just bludgeon him for 34. 34 and 8. That would make him shift modes and not attack us, I think. 34, kaboom. And then 8, kaboom. Yeah, he shift modes. He went defensive. There we go. And he didn't attack us. Nice. So that extra 1 energy came in real handy. Now he casted Sharp Hide on himself. He's going to hit us for 9. So how much damage do we take? We take 3 damage whenever we play an attack. We got 4 energy again. I really wish I were a fish. Cleave, strike. These are all attacks. So we're gonna bash him and make him vulnerable. Take some damage. We're gonna headbutt him. Deal a lot of damage. And bring back bludgeon. Then I'm gonna drink this potion. Get some health back. We're gonna use anger. We're gonna use strike. So we did a lot of damage to ourselves, but we did more damage to him. We're going to get our 6th block at the end of the turn. He's going to do 3 more damage to us. So both of us are within killing range. Got 28 hit points left. He's got 35 left, but we got our flame barrier. So he's going to do 16 damage there. Our flame barrier's got 16 block. Wait, whoa. We don't need that. Because we got bludgeon. It's 34 and strike. So he dead. Bludgeon. Get dusted. Yeah! That card came in real handy. That was really good. I'm glad I picked that up. 34 damage at one time is so much. That's like, 3 or 4 of our best attacks all in one go. It's 3 points of energy, which is a lot, but it's pretty much worth it. All right, so 101 gold. That's a lot. Then we add a card to our deck, a really good card. Gain 30 block. Wow, for 2 points. Exhaust your hand, deal 7 damage for each exhausted card. So that would take, that could take 5 cards out of your deck. But deal 7 points for each damage. That's a lot. Whenever the card is exhausted. So if you could play both of those two at the same time, that would be crazy. But in the same way that our attack card for 34 was really good, I think gaining 30 block at any one time is really good, so I'm going to gain that. Even though it's 2 energy, I don't really have a problem with 2 energy cards. So that was really good. Skip the chest. No, let's not do that. Let's get a relic. Calling Bell. Obtain 3 curses and 3 relics. Ooh, I don't know about that. Tiny House. Obtain 1 potion. Gain 30 gold. Raise your max HP by 5 and obtain 1 card. That's a lot of boons right there. A lot of bonuses. Or Velvet Choker. Gain 1 energy at the start of each turn. You cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. Okay. I don't really plan on playing more than 6 cards. We got a lot of high energy cost cards, and saw how much helpful it was having 1 more energy when we got down below our hit points. So that seems really good. This is a lot of stuff, a potion, gold, HP, and another card. But we got a lot of cards. HP is okay. Gold not so much. Potion is helpful, but not. It's temporary. 3 curses and 3 relics is just it's too wacky for me. We're going for the Velvet Choker. Gain an energy at the start of each turn. That seems really good. Alright, so this has been a really long episode. We're going to end it there. And I guess we'll keep the run going as long as, we'll keep recording more of these episodes. And do floor by floor by floor until we get, to the end of our run. So that's it. This Let's Look At it, I guess, is turning into a little bit of a mini-series. We'll keep going until we reach the end of our run, and then we'll see how things play out after that. So, until next time, we'll see you later. Yeah, this has been Slay the Spire, a Let's Look At. I forgot who it's by, but I'll look that up for next time. Anyway, see you later. Until next time, bye-bye.